Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NBA action headed out west where the Nuggets are taking on the Lakers.
It's Super Bowl week, and we've got a super code for you. The code is SUPER for 20% off the entire website at picksandparlays.net.
Lakers home favorites here, -5.5. The total is 219.5. The Nuggets enter 12-8 on the year, 10-10 against the number. Meanwhile, the Lakers are 16-6, 11 against the spread. We've got Sean Higgs joining us to break this one all down. And I know we're going to be on opposite sides on this one. So, Sean, you've got some convincing to do when it comes to your play on this one.
Yeah, I'm liking Lakers here. So Hollywood comes in they're back in off a 7 game road stretch there. They go 5-2 overall. And then on the flip side, you got the Nuggets coming off a big win over the Jazz. And they themselves, what did they do? They did a 5-game road trip, came home and beat a good Jazz team. So I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe they get a little let down here. Because up next, I'm looking at this as like a kind of a scheduling spot here. So you got the Lakers, they got Detroit next. And you're thinking, well, who the hell cares? They got a revenge. Detroit beat them last week or whenever they just played recently on that road trip. And you're thinking, it's a huge revenge game. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. They'll go out there and win. But this is a game the Lakers want to win. It's a conference game. Same opponent, playoff rankings, stuff like that, all the kind of breakdown stuff. This is the team you want to beat. You want to beat Denver. And Denver, on the flip side, they're up next. They got the Kings on deck. So they lost to the Kings last time. So if you're the Nuggets, you're thinking, are we going to beat the Lakers or the Kings? What's our best odds? And obviously you're thinking the Kings are the easier W for them. So I'm thinking, Lakers, they're home. They got a day under their belts, rested, took care of their family business and everything they had to do. Come out here, beat up a good Denver team who might be a little full themselves after beating the Jazz, who've been basically like undefeated the entire 2021 calendar year. They just been red hot. And they got a more winnable game up next with a team in their side of the conference, in their side of the bracket, playoff problems, record-wise, stuff like that. Take care of that game. Losing to the Lakers, you're going to be one of many teams to lose to the Lakers. So, again, bad spot for them, I think. I'm taking the Lakers here, late at 5.5.
Yeah, I'll be on the opposite end. I'm taking Denver here, +5.5. I think it's a good spot for the Nuggets to get some points. I think you always pay a Laker tax. I think the odds makers always inflate these lines for the Lakers because they know everybody's going to bet on the Lakers. But besides that point, the Nuggets have been pretty solid on the road this season with a 7-3 record, 6-4 against the number on the road. And also they have a little extra rest. I think that's really a good thing coming into this spot because they were in a stretch there where they were on the road. They were playing a lot of games in a lot of days. And then they had the COVID issues where they got some much needed rest. And I think a rested Nuggets team is in a good spot here, especially when you have two of the premier rebounders going head to head. Jokic, obviously one of the premier big men in the league. He doesn't play a whole lot of defense, and I think AD definitely has the edge in that regard. I think an over might be in play here too at 219.5, but my better play on the Nuggets getting some points on the road. Do you have any leanings when it comes to a total?
I would probably lean on the over there with you. I think we'll see a little up and down in this game. So lean on that over. But otherwise, it's like Thunderdome here. Mad Max. We're 2 men enter, 1 man leave. The good thing about this video, Chelsea, is that somebody's a guaranteed winner for the listeners and the viewers.
Right. Somebody's going to win. You can pick a side, whichever side you shall like. I think it will be a good game, though. I'm excited to see the Nuggets go against the Lakers. It's always a question for me to see if the Lakers are going to be up for it because obviously the Lakers are the hands-down favorite to win it again for a reason. But on a night-to-night basis, especially when they're getting they're having to cover a considerable spread, that's my question. It's not if they're going to win; it's if they're going to cover.
Well, they're covering against Denver. They won't care about Detroit. This is a better game for them. So.
Well, it will be the marquee matchup of the night. So I think they will be ready to go. That's going to do it for our NBA talk. One of us is going to be a winner. That's all I've got to say about that. That does it for our NBA talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Sean Higgs. As always, Sean, thanks for joining us.